Hey YouTube, this is Examining Worldviews number 2. This is Yirmiyahu Weeps. This episode I'm going to be looking at atheism versus theism, or when I say theism, I mean belief in the supernatural, in a supreme deity or deities, or however you want to define it. But anyways, belief in the supernatural versus atheism, where there is no supernatural or there is no deity. I mean, I guess there's probably multiple definitions, but that's how I'm going to use it for this. Okay, and atheism, from what I understand, let me look at my dictionary definitions really quick, is the doctrine or belief that there is no God, there is no supreme being, or number 2, the disbelief in the existence of a supreme being or beings. Those sound almost identical, but one is stating that they believe that there is no supreme being, and the second one is stating that they don't believe that there is a supreme being. So one is stating a belief and the other one is just stating a disbelief, but they're kind of saying the same thing. Anyways, you know, one seems a little more sure. The first one seems a little more absolute. The second one seems like it might lean more towards agnostic, which is basically saying you don't know. Because atheism means without God, without a supreme being. And agnostic means without knowledge. So agnostic really means you don't know. And both words are, you know, primarily used to refer to a supreme being. I thought I had another page on here, but maybe I do not. Well, anyways, let's see. To me, it's unverifiable because it's, you know, if it is a belief, a supreme being by definition, and the supernatural by definition goes beyond our 5 senses, what we can detect with our 5 senses. So science has no say on it. Science has absolutely no say on whether there's a supreme being or not. Except the only thing science, I think, can do is direct to it. To me, it directs towards the existence of a supreme being, because all of creation, all of the universe, to me, is like his fingerprint. It's like his signature. But you can't use science alone to prove one way or another if there is a supreme being. All you can do is lean one way or the other. At least that's what I can tell. Now with me, some of the things that make me lean more towards theism than atheism is when I ask questions why, when I get really down to the answers of why. Like, why is there anything at all? Why is there sex? You know, I've heard with naturalism how they say to continue the species. Who cares? Who cares if the species gets continued? Me personally, do I care if humanity gets continued? Well, if I'm looking at it solely for myself and not looking at it for anybody else or the supreme being, no, I don't care. When I die, that's it. That's it. Why would I care what happens to anybody else? The only reason I would care is if it's relational, if it goes beyond just that this is the way it is. Anyways, so sex is one thing. Order and design and systems and the systematicness of everything, to me, it's apparent all over the place. And the intelligibility and intelligence behind everything, and the complexity of things, and the fact that there's entropy. When I add everything together, I can't go into all of it right now. It's been like a lifetime of looking at things, but when I add all the things together, I don't get atheism. It just can't apply. The universe itself, the fine-tuning of it, the origin of it, everything. The why is there anything at all? Why is there sex? Why continue the species? Why continue life? Life itself, everything to me indicates that there has to be a supreme being. And I came to this conclusion when I really did not want there to be a supreme being, because if there was a supreme being, that meant I had to take him, her, whatever you want to say, into consideration. And that meant I had somebody to answer to. I didn't want there to be that, but I couldn't get it. To me, it was inescapable. There's no way around it. You know, I don't claim to be a scientific genius or anything like that. That's just me. You know, if somebody else came to a different conclusion, I'm happy for you, but, well, maybe not happy for you, but understandable to me. But what I do find with atheism is that it leads to futility and pointlessness and meaninglessness. Because if this life is all there is, you know, there's just way too much suffering in this life, and too many people, like for myself, this life was all there was, and I didn't know that there was something better coming. I'd get the hell out, because it's not worth it. This life is not worth it. Too much pain, too much grief, and there's too many people that are going through that. That if this life is all they have, man, the most logical, sensible thing that they could do would be to end it as fast as possible. Thankfully, I don't believe that's true. I don't believe this life is all there is. But to me, that's what it makes sense for them to do. But I don't think that's true. So that's some of the reasons why I've come to the conclusion I've come to. I don't see any other good explanation for things. There's not a good explanation. So atheism is a belief, or you can say it's a disbelief if you want. But either way, you know, it almost doesn't matter to me, because I just don't think to me it just doesn't look valid. It doesn't add up. When I add up everything, there has to be some kind of supreme being. So, in future episodes, I'm going to go into trying to examine why. And you know, if anybody wants to discuss this, I'm happy to discuss it, as long as you're considerate, respectful. That's great. I mean, I don't know, I'm sure you have your reasons for believing the way you do, whatever you do believe, whether you believe in a deity or not. And I'm curious, and you know, if you think that you can convince me, then I don't think you can, but I'd be open to it. I mean, I don't think I'm a completely unreasonable person, but you know, maybe you'll decide otherwise. Maybe you'll think, oh, he's so unreasonable. Anyways, so that's it for this. Wow, that was quick. Anyways, I hope that you have a good life, and that you're doing good, and you have a good day, and I will talk to you later. Shalom, goodbye, sayonara, arrivederci. I think that's how you say it. Anyways, bye.